exactly what I'm doing. But I'm in class, it's just like the teacher's not enthused. They don't care about the subject matter.
All right. Homosexuality. Homosexual. On deck.
When I hear Breath of the Wild Zelda, nails on a chalkboard. Thank you for the 30 months. That feels like it's genuinely happening in like Genshin Impact, right? They just fired Paimon and all these other people. Thank God. Some of the worst voice acting in the industry is always from Hoyoverse games. And they're hiring people who do English VA in Japan right now for Genshin Hoyoverse games. And I don't know how good they are. I haven't listened to it. I don't play war games anymore. But like that just sounds like an improvement to me. Like I don't know. Oh man. Apparently Peach's old VA didn't quit on her own violation. Neither did Charles Martinet. Charles Martinet did not know what the fuck a Nintendo ambassador is. And all these Nintendo fans telling you that it was like an agreeable thing and he was happy is not true. Charles Martinet would voice these characters till the day he fucking died. And same with the Peach VA. She said that too. That she always wanted to be Peach until she could not speak anymore. And awesome. They're great. I would have loved for that to always be the case. But instead, now Mario is voiced by a fucking Dragon Ball Z abridger. That's the quality of voice acting we went from. Fucking Charles Martinet to Dragon Ball Z abridged. Like, thank you, Nintendo of America. I have to assume. Nintendo of Japan's probably not playing this endeavor, but when something goes bad at Nintendo, I make assumptions and they're usually correct. It's not Karibo, I forget.
How's everybody doing? I am doing great and wonderful as I balance my keyboard away from my food. I can actually show you guys the kimchi project. The video isn't done being edited, but I can show you. I made pork chops with a side of Cajun kimchi. If the fucking camera would focus. There we go. Over a bed of rice. Because I'm expecting this show to be trash. I'm expecting it to be trash. I'm expecting it to be bad. Just an all-around, you know, shit show. Because what is one to do when the industry cares more about hype moments than it does about the job that it's supposed to do? Do I have 2 feedback loops? I have 2 feedback loops. Hello, V-Lover. What is it doing? It is pooping and shitting and farting. And soon coming. It'll be coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. Okay, all sources should be live now. Yeah? All sources are live. And we just go from newly made window. I hope you guys are ready to get sucked in, because there are at least 3 events today, and there will be even more tomorrow. See here, the official live stream is here from the Game Awards. Let's get that up here. We're right about there. Hello, Balster. Yes, it's Magnico to you too. I'm gonna start interpreting this as Smack Negro. Oh, we do this. Let's check back in on Dev before the show starts.
Whatever.
VTubers versus.
What the fuck? I mean, yeah.
Look at all this money rolling in. Whoa, it's going!
I don't know what a try is. In terms of actual
Listen, Jeff Keighley needs money.
for what?
Did you guys see the state of play? Yes.
Presents.
Yes, we did. We just watched it. Yeah.
He needs presents.
The only thing I ever
for-
super chat is you guys. I don't think Dev actually got funny for once. Fine.
See, I
Here,
told you all your
I'll
jokes
earn
are
your super
bad.
chat right now, Ted. Want to know something funny?
It was so bad.
So accurate.
Okay. All right. Oh, Vash the Dash just gave us a sub. Thanks, man. What's going on?
Dude,
Thank you.
you've also been, oh wow, almost 4 years. Guys, what is wrong with you?
We're looking forward to for everyone. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll answer that in a moment, but we do actually have. Okay, we have 6 minutes before this starts.
Okay, we should actually take that time.
Yeah, we should actually take a break this time.
Yep.
So maybe 3-minute break. Gotta go to the washroom. Maybe get like a water refresh or something. We'll be back before the show starts, okay? And we'll talk about what we're looking forward to.
Perfect.
All right?
Yep.
BRB, guys. Thanks for being here.
Of all the things that he could have done, he chose to read mine and then say, we're going on a break. Bro.
Ted says that was actually decent. Thank you.
Bro. Good old Dev, the Boomer Gamer. Lord have mercy. Is what it is.
Is an unofficial sequel to Space Jam.
Warning. The game you're about to play is canon.
One of the last people.
You're so fucking old.
The Great B-Ball Purge.
Pretty sure Charles Barkley was born like 70.
That's some real shit there.
Yeah, Charles Barkley was born in
He'd be like 80
like the
at this point.
late 60s or early 70s.
Yeah. Oh my god, my
So he would definitely be in his 80s.
Also, do be advised, we are live inside the server.
This is Biden's future, guys. Is the Great B-Ball knocked? Okay, so he's 80. He has a 12-year-old son named Hoops, and he lives in the post-cyber-apocalyptic ruins of Neo, New York.
Dev, he would be 90 according to what Persona's taken as told us. Charles Barkley would be 90 years old.
Someone told Charles Barkley about this game and laughed and nicknamed his son Hoops. Okay, let's
He would be 90 if it.
Okay,
Go ahead and pin it now.
This game is so stupid.
Can we even read this dialogue on Twitch?
No. The cloaked Octoroon, known only as Ultimate Hellbane, has struck again, this time killing 2 men in the New York Mall. Police reported signs of Zobber use, and Ultimate Hellbane is believed to have connections with the terrorist organization, Blood Moses.
That joke of Jim Jordanson is honestly so stupid, but at the same time is honestly so true. The craziest part about that live stream last night is the sheer fact that when you look at the documentation, especially as you look as we filled it out, if we didn't get broadcasts interrupted multiple times, we probably could have been as short as 4 hours, and then Callum would have less work to do. But honestly, the event was more like what you called it. Instead of it being 25 atheists for E1, it's like 24 atheists and one based woman who actually understands how to have a conversation. Plus, Jordan Peterson fighting people being annoying.
Hey guys, we'll probably be like a minute or two late. Because Naomi's just still getting out of the bathroom. So, it'll be, well, You know what? Like the previous time, we'll put it on point 1.25. We'll slowly catch up to the mainstream. It's fine if we're like 5 minutes behind because we'll just catch up on 1.25. That's okay. Yeah, I saw some of those old Twitch viewers on the BRB screen. Some of them did become dev haters. That's true.
I also have no expectation for anything good.
Welcome back, Naomi.
Did you know that astronauts aboard the International Space Station do not wash or dry their clothes? They wear them till they're too dirty or stinky to wear, and they drop them in the capsule and drop them into the atmosphere, where they burn up during re-entry. Huh.
Yep.
Oh, looking at dead people on bot.com. It wasn't Dev. It was another guy that we hung out with at that point that told me about that site. First thing I see is
Okay.
well,
Once you guys are ready, just roll. Once you guys are ready.
You guys are gonna have to forgive me for my cracker snacking since we don't have time for an
You don't have time to
meal.
hear? Yep, I know. Okay.
Please welcome
Ready?
to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Here we go. We are going to have to divest ourselves of DevStream. That's okay.
I love the energy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Summer Game Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games. Now, every year, we have the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity.
Boundless creativity, as in everybody copying everybody's homework.
Giving us your time. And special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning and saw that he canceled a date and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show ahead. Over the next 2 hours, we're going to give you a whirlwind tour of dozens of games from studios big and small. From Lego bricks to puppets, zombies to Marvel heroes, this show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements. Gotta have some of those. Now, before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by units, according to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games. Now, the list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly at #1 with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at Semiwork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring that these indie creations stand side by side with heavyweights like Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake. Absolutely. Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall.
And there goes the glaze.
Okay.
There goes the glaze, because nobody gave a
Might
fuck
get
about
some
the indie
nominations
titles.
At the end of the year, we're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest user Metacritic score ever recorded for a game, all from a team of under 30 developers who bravely stepped away from big publishers to forge their own path.
Can't even
One
say
thing
Ubisoft's name.
is
That's
clear.
crazy.
With digital distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative projects increasingly emerge from outside the traditional publisher system. That's something to celebrate. But with more than 18,000 games released on Steam just last year, more than double from 2020, the challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These
I would
events
disagree,
help
but
remarkable
go off,
games,
Jeffrey.
Big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game.
I doubt it!
So, in that spirit, let's kick things off with a game from an independent studio who is thinking very big. In 2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers to chart their own course.
Still not
Today,
naming them.
They're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is a powerful testament to what passion, freedom, and a small, dedicated team can achieve. Let's take a look at our first new game announcement.
The glaze is real, boys. The glaze is fucking real. Also, let me blow it so it's bigger. I'm not really concerned with the chat on the side. There you go. Well, Horror, I would argue that it's indirect glazing, but it's indirect glazing that is being said specifically to take credit for something that he's not responsible for. We, the consumers, are responsible for the game being good, not the industry. The industry actively did everything in their power to try and create a problem. And it was only the consumers that saved the product on the back end. Out of their own pocket and out of their own ability to speak about the topic. And only because it is doing so did they decide to pivot and say, ah, well, see, we were always cheering for you.
All right, didn't that look great? Well, we got lots more to come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War,
Why is this chat
Galactus
not
fight,
updating?
or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass
Perhaps glazing is not the right word.
And tomorrow, Fortnite is set to do it again across console,
Perhaps being
PC,
duplicitous
and
is the
phone.
correct word.
The Death Star's
Because realistically, it's like the thread that I was talking about
But
earlier.
there's still hope. You and your friends can join the fight. Here's the first exclusive look.
It's like
at what
positive
will be part of
gaslighting,
tomorrow in
to
the
use
brand new
the above
live
words.
event, Death Star Sabotage.
Yet another Star Wars game?
Bad feeling about this.
The way that I feel about it, let me get the timer off the screen. The way that I feel about it, Jeffrey is trying to take accountability for something that pretty much just repeats the Game Awards over again. Which, to me, is the problem.
Jonesy, all right. Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer
basically
Game
the
Fest a
repeat of,
legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few
What was
short
the
weeks.
title?
With each
It's
of
the
his
repeat
games,
of
he
the
pushes
gaming
Bellatra
video
medium
that I made.
in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Oh, Hideo Kojima! Hideo Kojima! What have you been playing recently, Hideo?
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer Game Fest. It's great to have you here. We are so excited for DS2. So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS1 が出た後にコロナになったので、
Well, we hit the pandemic after we released
僕ら皆さ
DS1.
ん、コロナを体験したと思うので、
Everyone experienced
コ
the
ロナを体
pandemic.
験した中での
So,
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted to
それをもう
show
一度ゲー
something
ムをプレイし
new
ながら、
connection
考えていただきたいと
after
思
we
います。
faced the pandemic. So I want everyone you to think about that when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking about playing the game, it's coming out later this month, but right now I know you prepared a special exclusive clip for SGF. Let's take a look at this.
World first premiere.
Welcome. Have a seat. Over here, please. No smoking, please. So you are Neil Vana.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? For a living?
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil.
What?
So you made it then?
Sorry.
You really don't remember me.
The girl. You're alive. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Really emotional scene. I wish I could understand what was happening.
So much mystery. Well, that was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy.
DS2 で非常に重要なキ
In
ャラクターです。
It's a very important character,
ニールとルーシー。
Neil and
で、
Lucy.
まあちょっと詳しくは言いませんけ
I
ど、
can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手にカニ座の刻印が
You
2人ある
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands
深いつながりがあって、
So they have
これ
this
が物語に
deep
大きく
connection
関わってきます。
and reveals
で前回
throughout the
の
story.
クリフっていう人気キャラクターがい
And
ま
last
したけ
time
ど、
on
マツさん
DS1,
がやって
we have Cliff,
で
who was
物
played
語
by
的には
Max.
彼はもういなくな
And
った
of
の
course,
で、
by story,
まあ
you know,
2では出せ
he
ない
will not be in
で今回
DS2.
ニールっていうのが
But
マ
this
ツさん
time,
の代わりという
Neil
ことの
will be
同じ
like
役割を担って
playing like the role that
登場
Max
します
did for DS2
で
this
まあ、クリ
time.
フすごい人気あったので、
And Cliff was a very
まあ
popular
クリフを超え
character,
るようなキャラク
but
ター
I
を
think
作ろうとして、まあ、ルカ
we
さんに
have
お
to
願い
kind
し
of
て
like top that
結構いい
character.
キャラク
So
ターにな
Luca
ったと
Marinetti was a great
いろ
actor,
いろ
and I
心
think
に残る演技も
it was great. He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
あの
Neil,
もう
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで、
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the game, live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's just say this is not the last that you've seen of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
あのニールのゲームプレイシーン
Yes, I'll show you the gameplay scene
あ
of
の見
Neil.
に来てください。
So hope you enjoy. Will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much. Hideo Kojima, everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you. All right, and now I'd like to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest. She's along for the party, a veteran games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic scale battles as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story.
Gameplay footage captured on PC. Interesting.
Go write your own.
Chronicles Medieval. It looks like a snore. It looks like a snore.
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is a thrilling new entry in the legacy of racing action games within the Sonic franchise.
But is it, Jeff?
Brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
Sonic. Hatsune fucking Miku, boys. She's everywhere! She's here, she's there, she's everywhere. So is Ichiban Kazuka. And Joker. All of the hipster weeb characters. Guys, isn't it so cool? It's like Fortnite. It's like Fortnite. Literally a smash of racing games.
Coming in September, but that is not all. We'd like to introduce the man behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm honored to be here to talk about our latest Sonic Racing game. Sonic Racing Cross World is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team. You can feel brand new experience from the new future travel ring, which you can warp in the race. Also, unlike another kart racing game, this game will have online cross-platform matchmaking.
Shots fired.
So you can race against all of your friends across all of the platform. Lastly, I have one more thing I'd like to show everyone here today.
It is my penis.
Look inside of the travel
Joking.
ring.
Steve? You got Steve in this bitch?
Minecraft and Sonic. I guess you could say, you gotta go craft. Well, I gotta laugh. That's all I want. That's all I want. Next, we're excited to reveal a brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco Studios. Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
What do you got here? This is the... Actually, this might just be new. Or actually, this might be the game that we were told about on the release of the
it heals.
Which 2?
For others,
Unless this is Code Vein 2.
wounds. And for our world, it promises only oblivion. Our hopes lost long ago. But you have the power to change all of this. If time were a weapon to
She's almost like all thigh with just a giant hole in her fucking chest.
in this time, or maybe the next, you'll find how to save us all.
It's definitely going to be a character action combat weave system. I want to say we've already seen this and we're seeing more gameplay of something we've already seen before, but the name's not coming to me. I desperately want to say this is Code Vein. Yes, it is indeed Code Vein 2. I was right. Whee! I get no points. Like I don't claim that. It's like I've seen Code Vein. I haven't gotten to play it at all. Cause Lord knows I'm behind on my backlog. I don't even think I own it. Or if I do, I own like a no, I think I got a copy of it for my birthday. You will pay me to play the first game. Let me see if I own it first. I don't think we've ever seen this. Is this Little Nightmares 3? No, End of Abyss. That might as well be Little Nightmares 3 because it looks like it.
That was a very moody, cool new game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles.
Ew!
Step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI.
Finally!
Developed by first-time developer.
I cannot tell you how many times they have been talking about this fucking game on Twitter, and they refuse to drop the date.
There's something rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Like, of all the boomer shooters that I have owned and want to play, between this and Fallen Aces, I want this.
And those who do anything to save it.
Like the non-stop updates they keep giving about the game.
They won't even know what hit them.
And they wouldn't tell us the shit.
Here we go.
They still don't have a fucking date.
Another role for Troy Baker. All right, that's not all from Playside. Now comes the
Ha
announcement of another ambitious
ha ha.
project from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium, real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
This is the Game of Thrones title. This is the ending of the game. This is the ending of the show that we all wanted, but didn't get.
But this is not the game you know. This is your legacy. You decide who wins and who dies.
They both stab each other. Oh, never mind.
Game of Thrones. War for Westeros.
Smart move to use Charles Dance's voice for the ad. It might get more people to play it.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
Mundfish. What are you doing, Mundfish?
The great Silkovsky once said,
Space communism. Comrades, come with us to space. Watch us rebuild Space Whale. Then fight Space Bear. Meanwhile, with Space Nazi Putin. So this is DLC 4 for Atomic Heart, I think.
time has not come yet for this.
Yep, that's definitely Atomic Heart.
The dawn of a new era. The era of a
Oh no, never mind. It's Atomic Heart 2. Well, who's ready for more slab jank? We've got another human player. There goes our wife.
Have a good hunt, Captain.
Wives? Plural? Now the question that I have is how much of this is gameplay and how much of this is actual footage. Hello, giant dick syringe. Look, it's the dolphin.
That's right. Atomic Heart 2 is in active development at Munfish on Unreal Engine 5, a spiritual successor to the first game with a retro-futuristic world on a global scale. And this time, there's a greater emphasis on RPG elements and player freedom.
Excuse me, I was just triggered the fuck out of by Jeffrey just now. Jeffrey. It's not a spiritual successor if 2 is in the title! Thank you.
But that, believe it or not, is not all from Munfish today.
Alright.
Is it recording? Yeah, it is. It's in the sky, a giant cube. I can still barely believe it myself. When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though. A terrible sense of my own powerlessness. How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
Multiplayer? My brain is screaming that this has something to do with Battle Royale inside of the universe of the game. And I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong. Because all we're getting is women, 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 guns, women, women, guns. Yep, I'm right. The Cube. Atomic Universe.
Cute little guy. The Cube is yet another new project from Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic Universe on a massive you can see there, where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving.
So is it against PvP or is it with groups?
Invasion Universe, the new retro beat 'em up coming to PC and consoles this holiday with multiplayer fun for up to 4 players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters to play, but so far only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
Actual Marvel shit that people want to play outside of Talking Heroes. A version of She-Hulk that isn't ugly. And it's comic accurate. Or at least accurate enough. It doesn't look bad. It's like if you... That's nurse. It's like if you take Golden Axe and you combine it with every other beat 'em up on the market.
This isn't hell. Oh my world. What is this place? Also, you don't have a chance.
I've returned. Finally, more about only wish away the sword.
We both want the same thing, Musashi. But there's only room for one at the top. And it won't be a coward who runs from jewels. Words never did work between us, did they? Sasaki Ganyu.
A beautiful woman.
Here's a new look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years, as a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline. It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it. Here is an unexpected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
All right, you little sick of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got. What? If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform. Why are you even here? Don't waste my time.
Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die.
So, Puppet Hajime no Ippo or Puppet Knockout?
This maid ain't gonna be itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jab, jab, jab.
So, Puppet Knockout. Got it. I mean, it looks like something that is actually innovative for once.
Super fun. Gotta wish list that, right? All right, well, next it's time to see the announcement.
But no time to fucking dwell on it.
In Deception, we trust.
Here at Summer Games Fest, we don't have extended gameplay trailers. We have trailers, and then we rush into them to immediately get to the next trailer.
Only the chosen find their way here. Gathered from every...
Well, where's the first disconnection? Let's catch up.
And lambs, engaged in a perilous dance of wits, a game where truth is but a shadow. Enough theatrics, I'll get to the point. Killer Inn is a murder mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone, and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues. One step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by rooting out every wolf. Such simple rules, but there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quest to level up. Buy items with the gold you earn. Loot chests for weapons and armor. Steal items, blow up opponents, poison others, place traps. Discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death. Your invitation awaits.
So, basically, this is Deceit and Deceit 2. Because it's basically Among Us Betrayal, but it's a Battle Royale at the same time. That's not going to be how people play it. I can tell you that right now.
The world of Speranza and the long-awaited launch date coming later this year. From Embark Studios, here's the world premiere of the release date trailer for Arc Raiders.
I can tell you right now, that's not how people are going to play that game. You're going to treat it like it's a Battle Royale. Every time.
Let your body settle into a slow rhythm. Clear your mind of all distractions. You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with resourceful friends.
Strong black woman.
Here, you are in control.
Strong women in general. No masculinity in sight. We all heard about Arc Raiders. It does not look appetizing to me.
October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story. It arrives on PC in just a few days on June 10th. But you can play it right now in Steam Advanced Access.
Which is what most of the streamers have been doing. Obligatory Pirate Software 70 years joke. I'm really sad about the fact that Embark Studios just pretty much allowed the finals to end up being what it became, because I have zero reason to want to go back to it. There's too many games like it on the marketplace. The fact that it's a sandbox survival game is hilarious. How many sandbox survival games does this make now? Like 11, 10 within the last 9 months? Some of which also are in early access or in first testing. Schnorfest. Schnorfest. Absolute Schnorfest. And straight into another game. Classic style.
Consumed by the void. Try as I might to curb their advance. 'Twas all for naught.
This is Night Rain, I believe. Unless it's not.
Some say time stops for no one. Neither man nor God, living nor dead. Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds, you need only take my hand. Return to the past, where your journey
Chrono Odyssey.
awaits.
Join the playtest on Steam June 20th to 27th. So you have to wait a long time to the end of the month.
Every hero's tale begins with a trial. But the true lead of the story has yet to emerge.
Is this Mihoilverse? Also, another game. No pause, no wait.
Easy. I will never forget my cause.
What is more compelling to you, sir?
Just as he once came to me, filling that dark tower with light.
What happened while I was out?
So I hear you're looking for someone?
The victors show no mercy to the defeated. People here despise weakness, worship strength, and crave glory.
That's really nice. Can you show me video gameplay and like multiple classes of their gameplay unbroken?
What ending have you penned for
Not Wuthering
Septimus
Waves.
this time?
It wasn't that far off. It's technically MiHoRoverse. It's just the type of thing that I don't play anymore.
A rat.
And straight into another fucking game. There's no breathing room! So there's no breathing room!
I know all your secrets. And don't come back.
Neo, Memories in Orbit.
That's Mio, Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now as part of Next Best.
Good job.
What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platformer where everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you today.
Epic Games Publishing. More than likely not going to be on Steam. Another co-op game. Hopefully it has actual heart.
Don't you see? We can't.
Come on, follow me.
So, yeah. Epic Games Store and consoles again.
What a really unique and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
Betrayal burns because it can only come.
Trailer contains cinematics captured on PC. No actual gameplay. No game!
Who are you?
Sono Enzo. I work here.
My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes a client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to,
teach them a lesson.
Remind them of their obligations.
This is between us and Spadaro.
Where I come from, commitment means everything.
If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo. This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
Biggie Puttana!
This family, loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo?
They have a horse pre-order.
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this next game. LEGO Voyagers captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
That's nice for the people who want to buy it. Honestly, there has never not been a good LEGO game. While some of them may be mad for certain people, the people who are willing to buy them that are interested in it, that are within the target, they will always be satisfied. Like, look at that. Look at how adorable that is. Now that's a cozy game that's worth a goddamn if you've ever seen one. I tell you what.
Hello, Summer Game Fest! I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I am thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yee-haw!
Hear me out. It's snowing somewhere in the world. It was adorable. What do you want me to do? I like adorable things. I'm not all evil and black-hearted, okay?
A great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical people.
And of course they got Tara Strong in the shit too.
They alone would be able to.
It's been almost 2 years since players first stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC expansion of Lies of P that transports players back in time with new characters, environments, and of course, imposing enemies and bosses. Here's the exclusive new look.
I feel like Lies of P is another one of the Dark Souls likes that I probably should, at some point in time, be able to get to play, but I want to wait for a sale. I really want to wait for a sale. Very nice. Papa, you have to save me, Papa! They're literally doing strings! I'm getting OTG'd, Papa!
Yes, that's right. Overture is available today across all platforms to play, so enjoy it this weekend. All right, next up, the small video game publisher.
There's at least there's this very specific there's a very specific goal that they clearly had here.
Meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest.
I don't like the fact that they're not emphasizing it more. But it's very clear that for a lot of these games, if they aren't coming out at some point, either in the future without a date, or very soon with either the end of the month with a demo, and then later released next year, or coming out soon within the fiscal quarter,
at the front of the dinner table.
within like 3 or 4 months, they're literally available now. And I like that that's the case.
Plates of food.
And what pseudo horror story is this shit?
Plates of angels. Plates of her legs. Beautiful. Broken. Plates of flowers. Plates and plates. The garden is lush in the rain, and everything's focused. Dinner's ready.
This is definitely a game for horror. Fractured balloons.
There's a hunger that feeds and blooms, and I'll feed, and I will bloom.
Wishlist on Steam now.
I wouldn't recommend eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
When was the last time somebody cared about Blade and Soul? I can't remember. Because it's another intonation of a game that's going to require you to spend time on it, I'm certain. If it's not a game that's locked behind a subscription service, it's going to have a request of you to basically play a live service, where you're going to have to put in a significant amount of effort to catch up to everybody else inside of it. So, unless it's directly up your alley and already appeals to you, I don't see me playing it. Unless I'm playing it with a group of people. And at that point, it's a novelty, you know? But, to each their own. Because that one is definitely another mobile game, because that one's iOS. The other one's PC, the other one's mobile. And directly into another one. This one should be, yeah, this is the one that's for Arad, for Dungeon and Fighter. I think we last saw this. What was that event? I can't remember. And then you're gonna have a crossover event with One Punch Man. That's one way to get people to play your game, assuming that this is the universe of Dungeon Fighter. I'm not particularly sure, to be honest. But it wouldn't be something I wouldn't put past them. Now, can I get some gameplay footage, please? No. This is Crystal of Atlan, actually. They just look the same, I guess. So this is basically everybody getting updated on all the games that are going to basically be the exact same inside the Mihoyoverse of mobiles. Because this is Fairy Tail. No, it's not. No, it's not. 7 Deadly Sins. I'm confusing my animes now. So what is this? Is this PC or is this a mobile? Because honestly, the mobiles in the PC games that have the anime aesthetic, they all blend the fuck together. I can't tell them different anymore. Surely, it is Genshin Impact and their fucking consequences. Oh, my ass hurt. I had to stand up. So it's PC and Steam. Oh, well, yeah, it's PC and PlayStation 5.
5.6 is available today.
Now, I know that the State of Unreal was like earlier in the month. I didn't give a fuck. It could not get me to give a fuck.
Fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
Because I don't care about the integration shit for Unreal Engine bullshit. It doesn't fucking matter.
It started with an epic
Tech shows are boring to me.
Now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That
I've seen it.
will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
Fuck. And straight into another fucking game title.
Unleashed genetic power across continents.
Jurassic Park?
Now it is up to us to nurture what we have set free, to find hope within this chaos. Well, to help life find a way.
Blazing the fuck out of that line. So, Jurassic World Evolution 3. So, basically, Jurassic Park The Sims or Jurassic Park World Builder. Windows, Steam, Xbox Series S, Game Store.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games.
Hi, Celia.
10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel.
Broke new ground!
Today, I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollower. Mina continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming.
And don't
As
forget the
Mina,
female
the
protagonist!
Hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of a cursed island. A decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend. This year, we're bringing our next bona fide classic.
Music's good. Ooh, and it's bit. So they're going super retro with this one. I appreciate this. It's like you're playing fucking Link's Awakening DX back on the GameCube, or excuse me, Game Boy Color.
All right, this is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done... Yeah.
And here comes the skits.
Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right, well... Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means 3 things. Number 1, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, wait.
So we're getting a Deadpool
Let's
game.
take a look.
I roll.
Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple A tropical farming sim experience. Oh, hi, new friend. Oh, yeah! Escape the turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder.
But wait, I can't afford a fucking VR set.
Exotic pets, the elderly, and this fucking thing with Pop Satan. Oh, hi, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dimmy. What the hell? Who designed this shit?
I roll.
Pass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? All your dreams of being inside me come true in VR. Spider-Man gets Insomniac, and I get this shit? I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that
That's
weird?
not funny.
Whoa.
That's extremely not funny. However, I can say in terms of the gameplay that they showed us, they showed us more gameplay than the rest of the goddamn trailers did.
Deadpool. All right.
Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool?
We announced Dying Light the Beast, the culmination.
Rewind.
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool. All right. Next year at Games.
So yes, Neil Patrick Harris is Deadpool. I don't know about that one, but okay. Also, I can say that in terms of that gameplay we just saw, it's like they went back in time and they got Bulletstorm full clip edition, and then they reskinned it, and then they turned it into a game about Deadpool, and then put it in VR, thus pricing it $800 out of the hands of most people in the goddamn marketplace. Which I don't think that's what I would have done, but you know, it's a choice! It's a choice! It's a choice. Like, okay, but I still can't afford it. Why can't you just have a PC edition?
Last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light the Beast, the culmination of a decade of Techland's experience building survival horror games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
Release date. Can we get some gameplay trailer?
What can you tell me about the Baron? He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting with humans like they're lab rats. God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters. I don't care how high his walls are, how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through. You want revenge? Damn right I do!
Coming out this year. Base.
Then I'll go there.
What is this? Oh, so still same thing? I thought they moved on to something that was similar like Adamfall.
There's the big news. Dying Light the Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows of adolescence. The bonds of friendship and the nostalgia.
What is this? The fucking lesbian kid game?
Beethoven Dinosaur.
Yep.
An
Mixtape.
Interactive. And this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
What are we doing? Hanging out, getting buzzed. I've got to get out of this place.
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look back on your greatest hits.
Mom, who is it?
One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
Shit!
This year, experience a retrospective like no other. Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage riot, to spend one last night together before school's out forever. And with a soundtrack this good, it's gonna be one hell of a night.
Debatable.
And The Cure. I love The Cure.
I can at least say this is on the tier of the same as House of Midnight when it comes to animation.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
This is one of those visual phantasmagoria games I was talking about yesterday.
You have seen it.
But at least it'll be an experience. And into yet another anime game.
Will you struggle?
Unless it's an anime meme game.
Fleeting moment. Your destinies are sealed. There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
Beat him up.
This is gorgeous. Take this. And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power. Savor each moment.
Now, get ready. Everyone, are you with me? We will live on in this world.
It's like a cozy game for a battle beat 'em up.
We fight for a future filled with hope. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
That's a title. PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and what I assume was Epic Games Store.
The global announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai.
A lot of games getting cut out of Nintendo Switch.
Classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
They left me with nothing. No justice. No peace. Just names on the wall.
Can you speak up, voice actor? I can barely fucking understand the words you're mumbling. So, it's a Batman Arkham City clone with its combat that plays probably like a combo eccentric God Hand with the kind of interaction of a third-person form of Double Dragon. That's the vibes I'm getting here. That's not a bad thing. They've got guns.
Bad dot line.
Soundtracks are good. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Coming out 2026.
Amazing what these solo devs can do.
Pretty much Indian
now
Sifu,
it is
yeah.
time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're
Cool.
like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
Vegans, the robots, the demons. Who's behind this madness? Someone has to do something. Let me guess, this is Ramona Flowers Takes Off? Based on the Netflix series? At least tell me that you got Anamaguchi to do the soundtrack. Marley O'Malley. Yep, they did! They did! They did! They did! They did! Kino! Instant Kino! Instant Kino! Doesn't matter! They got Anamaguchi! Instant! Instant classic! Instant classic! It might as well be Scott Pilgrim Double Dragon. It might as well be Scott Pilgrim Double Dragon. Instant pickup. Instant pickup.
Scott Pilgrim is back with his fist flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time in the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, we're going to be right back, but first we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So
Maggie Robertson, stop giving us awkward boners!
Slash the price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around. Now cease this foolishness and make your decision wisely.
Truly, an untapped marketplace. Have the voice actors possibly rage and pay-pig seductively bully you into buying the video games for the titles. Also, egregious levels of titty and ass. But then again, it's the first Descendant. Unfortunately, I haven't logged in since the beginning of Season 0. Or rather, the end of Season 0 into the beginning of Season 1. Haven't logged in since. They've had like 2 seasons total. As a live service game, it's fun for a time, but the fucking rigmarole of keeping up with the Joneses, it's too much. Natson!
Humankind has been obsessed with the hard. Now, a glorious morning has dawned on something that's simply harder. Scum.
Classic. Effectively, this is a video game that probably is going to try desperately to get the same audience that was meant to be attracted to Once Human. The fact that this is supported by Jacket is crazy as hell. And now, a sad dad movie game. We're going to be getting a forward view of this at the IOI presentation. That should be the last presentation of the night. First, we have to get through Day of the Dev, which is immediately after this, and then after that is Devolver Digital, which should be doing a presentation on their game. Fuck, can't remember, and it's in the fucking thumbnail.
I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's just knocking to get out. I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
Well, Sir Dwayne, it's a sad dad game. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Sad dad games are not meant for gameplay. They're meant for you to experience something and have feelings with the story. It's what disinterests me with things like fucking, Dad of Boy. I could care fucking less. At least they're offering you a free digital upgrade, guys. If you care about that kind of thing. And it's coming out with a crossover to Hitman, I guess. Which will also be in the IOI presentation.
CEO of IO Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week.
And then also, they're also doing this for IOI because it's the same company too.
This week we finally revealed 007 First Light to the world, and your reactions were heartwarming.
James Bond Jr.
It's coming in 2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting we are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris.
Literally Casino Royale.
Have deemed this unacceptable.
I've invited these people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient.
It's literally just Casino Royale.
Drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
And you're just having Mads redo the character again. So crazy.
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he's here with us today.
Is it Mads?
That's right. Everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
It's Mads. Just printing money. Just printing money. Just sitting in the green room waiting for his opportunity. Just printing money.
Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is, I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoots of Le Chiffre once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
It's literally a fucking Elseworld story about. They've been just replaced with Hitman.
In a casino in
Paris.
Oh God, we want to make a
mercy.
homage to the movie Casino Royale, while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around the table this time?
Yeah, sure, exactly. It's the Chiffre is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow, all right, well, when do we get to play this?
In before Balatro. In before Balatro. I'm calling it right now. In before Balatro. PlayStack's gonna show up somewhere in this. We'll be right back.
Le Chiffre, elusive target mission starts today in a few hours. For only 30 days, and if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well, Hakan Mods, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right, great to see you. Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for LEGO Party!
Get ready
For a nail-biting competition.
where minifigures.
Another Lego game?
It's an
Another Lego game.
contest to collect the most golden bricks,
But will you be helped by friendly krakens?
or hindered by evil monsters.
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings?
That's a dragon, Ted. And what about our amazing mini games, Ted? We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot!
Lego Mario Party?
With surprises around every corner, anything can happen.
Yep. There you go, Mario Party.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Chad.
Wow! We've got all that and more in Lego Party! Whoa, that is
This one is Nintendo Switch. That's crazy.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce the game will launch
try that.
July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
So what is it? Fucking 5 teams of 4? 4 teams of 5? PvP? PvE? PvPPE?
Laser round installed.
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying. Is that the artifact?
Safe with me.
This'll be good.
Good thing that wasn't our ship.
It's got for consoles, but absolutely no opinion for Switch either.
Based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series, and Nobody Saves the World.
Guacamelee!
They're making a full 3D game that can be
Super
played
Ultra
alone
Championship
or with
Edition.
a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived and passed their knowledge to future generations until Sorcisto, in his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight. You harbor it too, I see.
So, it's a mixture of Curse of the Dead Gods with probably some Metroidvania to the degree of Hades.
Should you fall, pray the vultures consume you before the blight does.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right, next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Cloud. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
Munfish just sweeping a bunch of people into their fucking studios. Good for them. Another Unreal Engine 5 video game. No, Exo Crusher, I'm not exactly a glazer of Unreal 5. Truthfully, I feel like we do actually need to start institutionalizing that, if the game does not actually have a meaningful gameplay, graphical fidelity means that you have to go back to doing 3D pixel games.
With previous beta amassing over 300,000 current players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a
I was not in that
universe
number.
of pilot
I didn't get to try it.
powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wish-listed game, players are clamoring to know just one thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Growing Martian zones force the Thalastic Federation to advance its Project Enterprise.
It's just basically a fucking music video. Maybe they can afford to do that because they've already had the demo. I'm speaking from a position of absolute lack of knowledge, so I have no idea what the game's like. From the feel and look of it, they're going for a Gundam vibe. July 1st, 2025.
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
Which we saw a little bit of a clip of from one of the clip show pieces. This is a mixture of gameplay and video.
Mechanicals approaching.
It's like Arthur and the Invisibles.
We must now face a stark reality. The industrial civilization we were expecting to join is no more.
So, what you're telling me is, you're going for the aim of Pikmin with some of the feel of Grounded with special effects and sci-fi technology.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
So, is it a crafting game, or is it a shooter game? It's very unclear. Though I don't have to give a fuck because it's game store only. I don't care.
The 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
Happy birthday to you.
We.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, A special message from Takeuchi-san.
Thanks, Dami
マギ
Mommy.
ーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ、あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。それでは、これからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
You know, if this becomes their marketing campaign, they might actually make $1 billion fucking dollars.
We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
Oh, another beloved franchise? Which one is it now?
Let's rumble.
The only reason why this works is because it's Kenny Omega doing it. That's it. That's the only reason why it works. At least it's not Adi Shankar. At least it wasn't Adi Shankar, okay? Excuse me, does this look like it's supposed to be from the universe of fucking Team Fortress? Because it feels like it's supposed to be from the universe. And if it's not, good job, you accomplished what you were going for. Now, this looks like it's got some fucking potential. I love your style. I love your grace. I love the fact your characters make a funny face. All the people who are looking for something to do ever since the servers have been fucked definitely now have something to do when it comes to Team Fortress energy.
Wish list now.
Woo!
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China.
And now to the video game that is pretty much Chinese titties!
Launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
We got mention of this at one of the last events. We didn't get a look at it. We only got the video footage. Hopefully they have a little bit more of gameplay trailer here.
Really what you wanted. Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends.
Chinese Spirit Ball.
What will it take to finally awaken you?
July 24th? Yep, July 24th. And directly into another announcement. Oh god, please tell me this is not what I think it is. Please tell me that this is not y'all doing fucking Wu-Tang.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Don't tell me this is an edition of 36 Chambers, nigga. Apparently. So is it a beat 'em up game? Yes, it's a beat 'em up game. It at least looks like a beat 'em up game. Niggas are out here being anime and shit!
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing, and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
I don't give a damn. It's not worth playing. In terms of a live service game that's gonna make you fucking pay for the updates, it's not fucking worth playing. You are better off playing Path of Exile.
My greatest advantage? Adaptability. Their greatest weakness.
Or RuneScape. Take your pick.
My story.
My story. My story is yours.
Epic Games. One store for 4 platforms. That's not Maple Story. Nope. Very cute, very nice. I do not have the time to play it. Epic Games Store, Unreal Engine. It's on EGS. I'm not interested. Not interested in Wuthering Waves. Not interested in Genshin Impact. I'm really not interested in Splitgate 2. I don't know how I feel about Marvel Rivals right now. Considering the amount of games that exist to play, I don't know how I feel. I feel bored, to be serious. Blah. And now for people to look at Cyberpunk 77 Ultimate Edition, now released on the Nintendo Switch 2.
Johnny Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
Here is another game throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
A game that might be up my alley. Liking the art style.
Another relapse, huh? got well.
Give me back my internet. Ba-da-doo-doo. Big ass F. That one was like 5 reconnection tries. Ugh! I hate my internet. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Maybe it's too much for someone like you. Delusional. It won't always be so easy.
We're pretty much getting a Cuphead design, is what we're getting.
You still look a little unwell.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
Mal.
With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take Portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
Blah! Who cares? Lord have mercy. I'm so tired of Border. I'm so tired of it. It's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Because all that's gonna happen is all the fucking shitters from every single goddamn game that currently has all of those players doing exactly what's going on in Marvel Rivals do the same thing for all the other VRs and go here. So it's going to end up being shit and possibly becoming a hackfest. No more, please. Please, no more. No more.
Now we are honored to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
I think we saw a trailer for this already. Or at least I want to hope that we already have. Yes, we have. 1943 anachronistic Japan with the spy story. Or excuse me, the detective story.
Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one? You're not?
Again? Nope. Cut up. Yeah, Strangers in Heaven. We've seen things for this before. This I'm interested in because it doesn't look like a Sad Dad game.
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way. All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting. Today we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
I see we've been body scanning the particular every who's of all this major cinematic crime dramas.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming.
FBI failed daughter? Question mark?
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Give me one of those, huh?
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Whee! Oh, Resident Evil Requiem. February 27th, 2026. They did it! They did it! They did it! They did it!
Resident Evil Requiem. And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026.
So it's Resident Evil crossing with Haunting Grounds.
That was an amazing
Is that it?
announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise. All right, that's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone? Good job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know.
Too.
I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend you can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome, and thanks to you, Lucy. Great job co-hosting. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
I think the high point for me was Scott Pilgrim. That's the only one that actually excited me. Everything else, just right over my head. Blah! Hoodle! Ow. Why the fuck did they jack that music so goddamn high? Holy shit. And why is my chat not updating? Are we going to be dealing with the mold, or is it another infection? I have no fucking idea, dude. I have no fucking idea. Alright. Where are they making us go to watch Day of the Devs? Because there's... should be 2-3 events directly back to back. No, I'm right. 3 events. That's 4 total, 4. Where is it? Are they doing the same one?
Beginning to end, by the time you finished, you'd be 9,000 years old and everyone you loved would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer from Video Games, and I'm here to tell you the good news about Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to, and brings you the very best of them to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a non-profit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like you and also our generous sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy Day of the Devs Digital Showcase.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive and the developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy of casing a place, gathering intel, and pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious master thief? Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Hello! I'm Sassia, Senior Level Designer and Artist at No Goblin.
I'm Jamie, Senior
And
Animator
you look like a
at No
goblin.
Goblin. We're excited to share with you
And you look like
No
a person
Goblin's
that get
new
bullied.
upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Snap and Grab? What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked. Picture this.
They're doing sketch introductions, oh my god.
It's the 80s, and you are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nicky Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
In Snap and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up.
As your
So,
anonymous deeds make
Carmen
headlines,
Electra?
you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
It's
Will you be
Pokemon
able to
Snap,
plan
except
the next
that the
perfect
snapping
heist?
is literally
Or
fucking Carmen
will your
Electra.
heist fail
Excuse me,
spectacularly.
Carmen San Diego.
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello.
Hello.
We're House. You might know us because of our Goose Game. And we're here today to show you around our new game. Ooh. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things: talking and walking. So talking. It's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful. You'll sound different if you're speaking up close.
Hello.
Or far away.
Hello.
Or in a tunnel.
Hello.
Or over a walkie-talkie.
Hello. Over.
Or behind soundproof glass. In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture.
Oh, there they are.
And plenty of tools to stay in touch when you're out of earshot. And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well. Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk. Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's not like...
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding a way back together isn't always straightforward. If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again.
Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare.
Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are designed so that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah ooh wah wah ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing.
Or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Oi.
Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little tour and got a sense of what we think is so special about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I mean, it's a fun game. It just looks really boring. To me. But at least it's a fun game that
This next
friends
title
will
is
get
from
to
the
play.
art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director at Giant Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea. Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword. And it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey,
Oh, look.
Abzu, The Pathless.
South of Midnight
and
wall
you're gonna
riding.
see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new.
Whee!
Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state, and that's something that as a snowboarder I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports, when you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game. I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator who I worked with on Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and he's done countless other games scores. It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea. We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on the PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit, if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
I'm not sleeping. Like from my food, I could have the itis, but I'm not sleeping. I'm listening to them. They don't have anything interesting to look at. And I'm pretty sure this is Blueprints. And for some fucking reason, it's so goddamn loud in my ear. Why is that so fucking loud? I didn't do anything to the volume. Yep, that's Escape Academy.
Hi, I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School.
That guy looks like fucking Shaggy from Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed.
Hi.
Yeah, it's all in the face right here. It's all there in the face. Lord.
I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape Academy. Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving, so we're really excited to bring that into the Academy.
Our background as a studio was in building immersive narrative escape rooms, so when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more Academy, to really get to be a student at the school. This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes, meet other students, and, most importantly, find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
What was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspected places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked in every corner for players to discover. From lighting an atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy.
So it's just Hogwarts with escape rooms.
Unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on Steam, and we'll see you when you get back to school.
Ah!
Devo,
Ah!
Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape.
Goodbye, Balster.
This is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Oh, hon,
I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur, here in Melbourne Rock City. And this is our secret hideout where we make video games. And this is one of our artists, Arden.
Fuck off.
We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next?
Quirky Chungus.
So we're in Jeff Keighley's theme. We're in Dave the Dev's too. Oh, cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about three friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly curated soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective, a musical journey that documents the breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits. The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics, from skateboarding to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media, designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
Teenage wasteland.
That's a rookie move.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away you're grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it.
It's really just fucking epic Chungus. Please kill me. Kill me. Kill me, dude. Kill me.
Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes! What are we doing?
If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink.
Played on Game Pass Day 1, wishlisted on Steam.
I have to. They want the Game Pass! Ow. Hurt chest.
Play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I thought we were riding together.
I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit.
Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest?
No, because I
Now
don't
they're here
care.
to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted. Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, you released a reality-altering disease known as blight. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains, and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations with manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamelee to Severed to Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test. Blighted will support full co-op like many of our past games, and we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outer Loop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outer Loop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes, and this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that.
Not a single one of those words was uplifting and gave me spirit.
No one cooks anymore.
A cooking fighting RPG?
Food in tubes? Yuck. I'm so hungry.
So you're fighting against your sister in a turn-based game that is playing on the style of Mario and Luigi. Its timed hits Dosa Divas, One Last Meal.
Hi, I'm Eka, creative director.
You look super ethnic. Why do you have red quills in your hair?
A spicy
Are you Mexican, Shadow?
Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons, reconcile with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends. Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack...
The puns are not going to stop. Cringe, cringe, cringe.
Time it right. Hitting the action button as the hit lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks against enemy attacks. Use boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage on attack and skill. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuck. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your reputation. Serve up looks by customizing your spirit met goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dosa Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Probably should be a genre. Here it is.
Okay. Feeling very Adult Swim right now. Okay, Possessors. More fucking puns.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each
That's
tell
nice.
the story of how
But can I get some more gameplay,
a
Lee?
creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessor, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay.
Every single time I come to this person's face, I'm trying to be very nice. But you guys could have picked some fucking better angles for these people. You are making them look ugly on purpose. Hi, Avalon. You guys are making them look ugly on fucking purpose. And I'm not happy about that. Because, like, while Day of the Dev usually is a fucking snore fest when it comes to the material that you have on offering, at least, like, the woman with the white hair that was just on screen before her looks like she wants to be there and is happy to showcase what is being talked about. Even if she looks like she's a alternate dimension Alana Pierce. But then, you come up to the fucking President of the United States, a la his sister from the fucking Fifth Element, and all of a sudden I'm asking myself, are you trying to piss us off? Or are you trying to make them into a meme?
It's clean combat, and it's satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
This is the Shop and Rob game, or excuse me, the Explore, Shop, and Steal game.
Here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics. Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into profit to get better gear.
Yep.
This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions, this entry begins in Dresna, a blood-brimming town. Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone though. Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place. From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects. Backpack management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit.
That's nice.
Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game and shows how the combat has evolved in the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals. There are ways to influence the outcome. For now, all I can say is haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks.
This is effectively a lower stakes form of the cozy farming sim with added combat feature, but it's leaning more towards the merchant question. The MQ, if you will. On whether or not you're going to be excited to play in a world where you get to have the ability to make money off of people, like your name is Ishmael.
You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shop-kicking roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are. Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. See you in Tresna.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
World premiere.
Hi, welcome to Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My name is Thomas
Getting really scary. We're getting really scary.
Waterzoo, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of...
Wait, I recognize that sound effect.
Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My name is Thomas Waterzoo, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the
You're using the fucking song from Buff Night. Okay.
creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings, where I explore what would happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, you're not gonna be touching artworks, you're just gonna be watching them. At night. Please Watch the Artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, Mama.
Is this like a liminal space? Do you think that this would be a form of abnormality, liminal space that would interest you, horror? What's your opinion? I have almost absolutely zero taste for it. But I feel like there's a part of this that you would probably like. Not so much the way he's presenting it, but some element of it. Like if they could get a mod to try to make this like an anomaly spotter. You know, insert some kind of horror element. Because the idea of looking at animated art and spotting the difference in it isn't a horrible idea. But, I don't know. You're saying, who cares, Yugi? I want to go play video games on the side. Just like that weird black man with the afro. You're right, Kaiba. This game fucking reeks. Hey, you! Press the play button!
Job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation, so for me it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the spot the difference gameplay. There are no jump scares in this game, and no monsters. The only things...
Well, that kills any interest for horror completely. Holy shit. Unless she doesn't like it. Honestly, I feel like she could go either way about it. You don't need a monster in order for it to be interesting and it's scary, but... I don't know. You might want a hook or something. That's at least how I feel.
that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America from the early 20th century. Okay, you've got some clowns, but they are kinda harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year.
And she's jumping on top of it. She's pouncing on it. If I have to think of a game to compare it to, I could probably compare it to anything that's been made by Weather Report. If I'm remembering the studio's name correctly. Cultist Simulator, The Book of Hours, and Traveling by Night is the upcoming game that they're going to be having from that studio. It can be something akin to that. You won't be around to play when you drop, but you'll play it when you get back to Japan. Excelsior!
Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first Day of the Devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus.
And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Phyla-Vell,
and we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground.
We also introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies.
For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech mobile base of S.H.I.E.L.D. Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you to find out in the background. So...
Me personally, the thing that I like about this game, I wasn't audible when I said it from the hallway, but this game is like taking all of the beat-em-ups of yesteryear from the Genesis/Mega Drive. Get yourself some good classics, and then you throw them into a gameplay style that uses the Cowabunga trilogy, the MMPR, Rita's Revenge, and all of the up-and-coming beat-em-ups, both of current modern-day styles and yesteryear styles, but you do so with the spirit of Battletoads. And there's one attack here that reminds me completely of it.
Plus,
it's actually more than one, but...
a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite...
This attack right here
favorite references for you to find out in the...
That, unironically, is just the Battletoads Wrecking Ball. Boom! When you punch them into an object and then you fucking rail into them. For that alone, I feel like it's an easy pickup. It's based.
The background, so keep a lookout.
As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim, co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste, with haunting and lovely music from Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
From Vancouver? Is this that one that has to do with you being a farmer? Yes, it is! Yes! This is the one where you are the herald to an incoming abomination and you have to stop the entity that's trying to come through from destroying the world. And it's like a farm sim. I forgot the name, but it's on my wish list.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverwake.
And I'm Pedro, art.
Now see, she looks like she's about to have a bunch of fucking new fans that are gonna fall in love with her because she looks like a BPDE girl.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverwake.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG and live sim, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems, and finally it starts fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new combat abilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight, or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening into this dark post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to date with our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
It's time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades.
Excelsior!
They've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
No, but also fast.
Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But
there's something so funny about that probably will fucking work, simply because even though it screams activist, you still get the ability of having something fun if you're good about it. Tell me more.
Museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts returned to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious playing, huh?
Are you not tired? Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations
Because of course it is.
in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real, and, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the idea itself for a game is good. And yet them motherfuckers said, and we are going to use this to litigate our problems locally right now in front of all of these white people. You are going to let us do it. We are going to do it in your face. Stupid. Stupid. It's fucking stupid.
Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from, their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route. In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home.
You have to do the motherland proud. Make sure to make honky. Look at us as we make money off of their stupid asses. Unironically.
Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can wishlist it now.
Remember Patapon, that charming series of games about those little dudes walking around doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a sequel. Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタポンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしております小谷博樹と言います。
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める坂尻和人と申します。
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外は
Just a casual picture of a very, very controversial film.
しているところになります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。 ですが、このように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々インディーチームですので、まだまだ皆さんの支援が必要となります。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたので、ぜひご覧いただきたいと思います。それでは、どうぞ。
Ratata Arts. Welcome to on the quest to the gates of the ever after. Oh, that's cute. July 25th. Will you sell the music separately?
そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして、乾杯!
This next game, led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally...
That is a such out of the park fucking combination of words. Holy.
New take on stealth. His talent...
Liza P is $30 on Steam right now. For how long?
Talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to play it.
Hi, I'm Warren Spector, Chief Creative Officer at Otherside Entertainment. At Otherside, we don't play it safe. We take chances, we tackle hard problems, and we do what's right for games and gamers. And what's right now is Thick as Thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game, unlike any action or stealth game you and your friends have experienced before. Response to the idea and what we've been able to show has been terrific. The team behind the game is so excited by the response that we wanted to show you more. So here's an early pre-alpha sneak peek at Otherside's upcoming player-powered game, Thick as Thieves.
So we're trying to have all the bells and whistles of an immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
The thing is, I could study the AI all day long.
That is an unfortunate presentation, and it's so bad that you have problem glasses.
I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me? Making, situations that are just so fun. Something that won't happen in another match ever again. I think that's the thing that I'm looking most forward to seeing players do.
Players griefing each other in the game that's already difficult to understand and learn the first time out of the gate. Yeah, nothing bad is going to happen there.
I can feel like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning, because I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director, because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell, like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment, and then I can hear outside it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in undetected.
Now, see, this is the closest in any of the presentations I've seen in the last 2 years that's going to approach outside of the obvious Thief VR. That is going to be the best example of what an immersive sim should be. It just is unfortunate that you're going to have it as multiplayer and that you're going to have the potential of other players griefing each other, thus making the experience into something that is going to, in theory, sound like a good idea, but in practice is probably going to be, hey, I'm going to get on this game and I'm going to go stream snipe people and I'm going to go irritate the fuck out of them. And it's probably meant to be like a fun, cozy game between friends, but it's going to be so fucking shit, bro. Until the 10 a.m. PST, 11, 12, 1, 2, so 2 p.m. Got it.
And a lot of this is not fake. If you hear a train in the background in the distance, there's actually a train passing by in the world. Every thief for themselves, right? You know, thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is kind of stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
So every match is always fresh to me. The weather changes, the locations of the clues or the loot, the guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests, so really anything can happen.
Anything could happen.
You know, we've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too. I really want to get this game in front of more players as soon as we can, and I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get...
Well, think about it. There's no way that I play this by myself on stream. That's going to just be aggravating myself. Only if the rest of the community plays it.
Your feedback on the game, and we'd love to show you what we've been putting together over here. So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game, Pocket Boss.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Playables, based in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids. But now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss.
Ba-da-ba-dum. F.
But as you do all that, the charts start to get a life of their own. They go wild. Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success? Pocket Boss is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year. You can find more information and a link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch. Thank you.
This autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More
I don't know what that means, you two.
importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and/or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
No comment.
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in.
Bro, is anybody else getting flashbacks like we're about to get the video game version of Seeing Red? Only this time, the curse is not a red panda that stands in for menstruation, but instead a woman doing a failed daughter, Reddit Chungus, in front of a live studio audience? Is it just me? Is it just me?
Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new goals and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player, must manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
This part is based on real life, by the way. 1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate? Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 for 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Sometimes great games can go unnoticed. If you're lucky, maybe you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off. Off is a game I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweetie, drooling crybaby. It's a Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a baseball batter chasing ghosts in a cubic, strange world. I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my friends and a few people on the internet. But it got out of my control and became very famous. The reason is that the game is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can destroy. I ask you please not to play it.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off. I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new. Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Yep.
Hey everyone, it's Toby.
Hi,
Off
Toby.
was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms. In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat.
Cool.
We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
And now, a world premiere from a studio based in Quebec called Game Team 6. This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know and has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Tire Boy! Tire Boy!
Hi, I'm Corey Martin.
I'm Thomas Tobin.
And I'm Andy Chmalenko.
We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Tire Boy is fast and nimble, leaping through lush environments, solving environmental puzzles, and taking on heroic battles.
He's got fucking legs. Oh my
All while
god.
helping locals and uncovering his own past.
Tire Boy may be the last of his kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick and doesn't know much about his family.
Nestwick?
It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
Many of the locals have grown fond of Tire Boy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help the local community make contact with long-lost travelers.
In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike experience of feeling like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
Tire Boy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. We've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist Tire Boy on Steam now and follow @tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date.
Blue Sky?
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Who doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas.
And I'm Niklas.
Co-founders and developers at Something We Made. Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's showcase.
Making Toem was an adventure on its own. We never thought it would bring a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Along their journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things. Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without compromising on the vibes.
Okay,
and
decent.
Finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Toem 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment.
Which, if we're being serious, is probably something you probably should have had the entire time. Hello, my beloved.
It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making the world feel more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component, This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
So to recap, more story, updated visuals, and a fun new movement system, but still the very same chill and cozy experience. The whole team is working so very hard to make Tone 2 something that can stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real soon. Hello!
Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do?
No, you're not getting my money.
We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual
That's nice, I don't give a damn.
program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't
They're good, still don't give a damn.
mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography. All the different kinds of art that go into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters, a veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is limited edition and on sale at imapid.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the Devs. Literally, we're nonprofits asking for your dough, but like it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out
Debatable.
to our flagship sponsor at Xsola, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsola is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission to help developers connect directly with players and sell more games without
That's a funny way to describe a multi-million banker.
giving up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation.
I have no idea,
to
Avalon.
spotlight some of our
Maybe.
favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases. Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Xsola for supporting this celebration of creativity and community.
Thanks, rich people.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsola. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor. But we also have some other sponsors to thank because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a non-profit.
I mean, does it really take all the people who are responsible for either being a part of or being owned by companies that then are the conglomerization of everything that is wrong with the fucking industry? Truthfully, because on one hand, it is your time to show us what the fuck you have to offer. But, bro, none of it's exciting. Lame, cringe, gay.
And every little bit helps. We got our founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing throughout the last year, and we just want to give them a shout out. Annapurna Interactive, Blumhouse Games, Devolver Digital, Idea Xbox, 47 Communications, Panic, PlayStation, Razer, Sabotage Studio, Studio MBHR, Summer Game Fest, and Jeff Keighley and the whole gang at the Game Awards for your continuous support. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
Give us money, and you can get it back on your taxes. We promise. We promise.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games, it means a lot to the developers, and thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games, and thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs. Point.
That's not funny.
Huge thanks to our friend Dose One for providing the beats for today's show, and please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
Now, Unbeatable is a game that we were already told about, that I've been looking forward to, and I am upset that there hasn't been more content about it. Please let it be good. Please let it be good. Please let it be good.
I'm RJ Lake, and I'm directing Unbeatable, a game where music is legal and you do crimes, with Andrew Tsai over at D-Cell. This is a never-before-heard new track from well, this is mostly a never-before-heard track from Unbeatable. It's not a live performance, but all the performances in it are live, if that makes sense. That's because the guitarist is playing lead guitar and rhythm guitar and acoustic guitar and is the drummer, and our keyboardist is the cameraman. This should show you probably just how much work goes into even one of the songs on our 100% original soundtrack, which, by the way, starting right now, you can pre-order at dcellgames.bandcamp.
Now see, this right here, I can fuck with this. People will give you, Carl said, raising his hand, a hard fucking time for epic Reddit chungus, pay money wubby style, YouTuber short cutaways, right? But I am willing to do it if you're going low energy and you're trying to not act like a meme lord, okay? Schaefer was approaching the Randy Pitchford side of this, and you have to approach the single-player Carl side of this. If you do this in this way, I have no problem. Plus, shameless plugs, I'm all for it!
That's right, at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. You can pre-order the soundtrack and you'll get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including this one. Enjoy.
Now, here's the funny part, okay? And this is going to be a very terrifying concept, right? Let me take the fucking chroma off the back of this. This is a very important thing here, even though it hurts my eyes too. So, the thing that's very obvious to me... Oh, actually, no. Wait, this isn't my chroma. This is their chroma. Okay, that actually hurts my eyes a lot more than I thought it was going to. Okay, so here's the thing that's interesting about this. On one side, you got a whole bunch of people on the internet that are going, "Oh, brother!" to the side of this, right? But at the very least, on the spectrum of how trans are you, Anna Valens is now watching a game that is going to be pandered to by people like that one bunny dev, the one that threw their shit when Nightmare Cart got nominated for the Real Game Awards. You're going to have developers like that saying, "Oh my god, the chuds, I hope they're saving." But at the same time, I'm looking at this, and I don't care about the gender or the gender expression or gender presentation of the person who's writing the music. They are, at the minimum, putting together something that is original, that has never been done before. And those that would actively try to glaze something that they say that they want and then turn around and not support it, this is what people have been asking for. So, if your game is good, we support it. Period. I see you, Pip! Don't you start. That's the guitarist that they just introduced to us. Pay attention. Pay attention. Meanwhile, on the other side of the base timeline, assuming that anybody's watching this live, assuming any of our mutuals are watching through me, this will probably be their first time hearing the music of the game if they weren't already having seen the trailers of the game. I don't care if you call it woke. I don't care if you call it pandering to the NB queers. The game looks interesting and the soundtrack is good. If I have to lean towards reaching for people that are going to not constantly repeat the Shoe Buddy Bop again for the 1500th time, I would rather there be another type of band that's going to approach Anamanaguchi. Because that's how we get good music. Especially if they have to sell and are trying to push their band camps. This is good. I like this. Let's start back from the beginning. Finally, Banana's gone. Performance like that alone. Putting themselves out there for the sake of near embarrassment, knowing that they're putting their soul behind the product. That's what I fuck with.
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th.
Woo! And it's within the week! Woo!
Alongside Worn Out Tapes' Tally Ho version, which you might recognize from Rhythm Doctor.
I remember hearing that first version of Worn Out Tapes all the way back in 2018, which is when we started working on the game. As time went on, the style of the game's music and the way we designed the charts for them evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new edition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable just went live on dcellgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order...
Woo! And you can get the music. Hopefully they have a pay what you want option.
For the vocal album, you get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes. And if you pre-order the score, you'll get all the background music from the demo, all the cop fight music, all of the baseball stuff from the demo. You can also listen to all of that starting today on our YouTube channel. And that's basically it for my calls to action for this. What else is there to say besides wishlist the game, play the demo, and thank you a lot. Like, genuinely super... We're not here without you. Like, genuinely. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words. All the planned stuff ended back when I stopped talking about the album. This, I can't really think of a good way to thank you, because there is more love that has come into D-Cell than I have any idea what to do with. This game doesn't exist without the support we've gotten so far. So, oh my god, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at D-Cell Games, thank you so much. We're going to continue trying to do the best we can do.
Humble. Definitely to speed it up because we're behind by some odd amount of minutes. Oh, that's only Day of the Devs. There's 2 more events. The one that should be coming up behind this should be the words are hard. Devolver Digital's presentation of Ball/Pit. Rather than doing an entire presentation themselves, they're doing it about an entire single game's process of development. And then after that is IOI, and then we're done. Yeah, so this is Ball/Pit, and then after this is IOI. We're technically, well, no, we're not technically, we're very behind the broadcast because of the cutouts. But that now means we can be able to catch up to them.
Kenny-san makes video games. In fact, Kenny-san has made games for as long as he could remember. Even as a young man, his curiosity and dedication to the art was apparent. His parents, his teachers, and his friends all knew this about Kenny. He loved video games, and his desire to make them was undeniable. Taking inspirations from the world around him, and the games that formed his tastes, Kenny was always in front of the screen, tinkering away at whatever idea fluttered through his mind. Video games would take Kenny far in life, but he could have never expected the heights he'd one day reach.
One day, I'm gonna make a game called Ball Pit just for you, Volview.
Hey there, I'm Kenny-san, and I'm coming up with my new game, Ball Pit. And this is how I imagine my studio would look like if Devolver Digital gave me enough funds to make one studio. Yes, it's just me.
In true crack addict Devolver Digital style, they did it again! They did it again!
There's like 5 of us, Kenny. So, my first notable game was Circa Infinity, a multi-platformer that was passed over by Devolver Digital when I first visited them. But that game involved me. It gave me the belief and the confidence to actually make video games as a career. And I'm so grateful for the early support from players, and no props to Devolver Digital for obvious reasons. From there, I started making video games every year to hold my craft and explore the passion that I have for video games. And that gave rise to the IGF nominated Mr. Sun's Tag Box. It was again declined by Devolver Digital, but that game got a lot of commercial critical success. And now we are here in the present tense. Ball Pit, the brick breaking, the ball fusing, the base building, survival roguelike in Devolver Digital. They finally got their together and they saw the potential of this beautiful game and its balls started dangling in front of their faces. No, please don't keep it. So now we're going to discuss about Ball Pit, and we're going to see its first trailer, and after that we're going to go a little bit deeper into what makes this game so much fun. Roll that footage, Henry! Go for it! Henry!
Balbalon has fallen.
Balbalon.
Now treasure seekers flock to explore its depths. A brick breaking. Ball fusing.
Lord have mercy, Balatro. Balatro, don't look at. Look. Jimbo! Jimbo, don't look at me! Put him at the end of the list. Jimbo, don't look! I might cheat on you! Jimbo, don't look!
Base building. Survival roguelike. Power up.
This is like that scene in 3,000 Years of Loathing where Bathsheba knew she was fucking cooked. He just was playing the lute and she's like, gulp. Next thing you know, smashing, smashing. Hello, new addiction.
Rebuild Balbalon. Ball Pit. Descend into chaos.
Demo is now available, so it's not quite out yet. Bye, horror.
So anyways, listen, when I first started work on Ball Pit, when we started work on Ball Pit, so I was saying, it was a little different from what it is right now. The core concept has been the same from the beginning, but I've built on top of it the last few years. Also, the game comes from a very frightening space. Look, when I was a little boy, I was diagnosed with IBS, internal ball syndrome. So what that meant was that I was spontaneously balls.
These dang balls.
But that was not painful or anything. But the affliction was such an important part of my life that I had to wait until the next game was finished. And as they say, throughout lies the game. Ball Pit, the demo is on Steam as we speak, and the full game is going to release later this year. So if that is something that intrigues you, then please give the demo a spin, and also wish list the game to be up to date with the release date later this year. And if even then you're not convinced, then I have 2 folks that I've invited who will be really important for me to bring this game to life. And other people back behind the scenes, thank you so much, everybody. Yes. But these 2 have been 2 stars for sure.
Thank you, Kenny. And hello to all your gamers out there. I'm Rick, and I played Fireball in Ball Pit.
And I'm Jen.
Some of you may recognize me from my past works as a segment in the Super Mario Bros. Fireball. Yes, I was a and most recently as the Light Punch Hooligan from Street Fighter. And my co-star Janice, who is new to video games. Well, honestly,
Sorry, Rick.
So, hello, I am Janice, and I play one of the hunters in Ball Pit, which is just one of the many playable characters. But, well, I'm just so excited to be working on a video game. So, my kids love video games, and they just think this is so cool. And I used to work in insurance, and you know, sometimes I get fires, but not like fireballs. I love fixing with that. But this is just so much more fun. I dress it up. But anyways, I'm rambling now, so sorry about that. This is exciting video too.
A masterclass in silver. Ball Pit is a fast-paced fantasy river wherein heroes must find the balls to plunge deeper into a seemingly bottomless pit of monsters. There are two sides to the game, much like that two-faced Janice.
Rick.
The combat side of Ball Pit sees players select one of the hunters, each with their own starting ball type and special perks. Collecting XP gems from vanquished foes builds up your meter, which allows you to add new balls and items into the mix and upgrade, or even combine existing balls to create insane mashups of power. Each realm you visit has its own unique enemy types, pesky mini-bosses, and menacing final boss figure to clash with at the very end of the run. Win or lose, you can take some or all of the spoils of war back up the pit to base camp. Use those resources to build out new structures to your town and fields to harvest and unlock new playable hunter characters, each with their own flair in combat. Over time, your base will expand, giving way for more room for buildings, fields, and quarries to draw from, and improve your hunter's chances of survival. There are many realms to roam, many hunters to unlock, and a dizzying amount of balls and combinations to experiment with on your quest to rebuild Babylon.
I mean, Rick.
And that, my friends, was a little bit on Ball Pit, and there's a lot more to unveil in the coming months as we march towards the release later this year. If you still have these five.
He had the kid as a fucking Force ghost. Oh, Devar Digital never change.
Everyone wants to eat as soon as you can, because this has been something that I wanted to create since I was 3 years old. And this is something very, very special.
Now we're cut up to the backside. Now that stream's over. So, where's IOI? I probably have to go find it on their channel. IOI presentation. Yeah, IOI presentation is live now. Getting it up. And let's catch up to the broadcast. Yeah, we didn't even lose that much time. They just started it. Here we go. And first came up. Boop, boop.
Reaper, unusual name. Names are for friends. Would you agree, Mr. Lucifer?
Wrapping around and waiting at the IOI showcase. Sign up for IOI account and unlock free items for 007 First Light. Are they echoing? It's gotta be. Alright, so while we're waiting, chat, how do we feel about the event? I know how I feel about ball/pit. My dick is hard! And apparently I have a taste and hankering for a different kind of cheeks. Squirrel Girl didn't do shit for me, but apparently fucking Sandy...
Some more in the face for the fish.
That's wonderful cut in. But apparently Sandy just got me out here all bricked up and shit. Carl said jokingly, as people raised an eyebrow looking at him. I don't know what to tell you though. I do not know what to tell you though. It feels like there's a couple of guesses, but in terms of like an overall product, it really could all just go sideways. That's unfortunate. So those may be kings. Honestly, feels like it could all just go sideways in terms of like what's actually valuable. So cringe, meh, cringe. Horror wasn't excited for much, except for like 1 or 2 games. I mean, honestly, the showstopper, unironically, probably is Nicktoons as a hard second, and at least for me, well, number 3, technically. The Nicktoons is probably just good simply because they're going to take the nature of the beat 'em up. Then you have 2, which is definitely going to be, well, actually, no, 4. Pretty much every single beat 'em up. Like, Scott Pilgrim is probably number 1 for me. Then after that, it's all the other beat 'em ups, and then, like, a hard, contested, speculative number is Ball Pit. But, like, everything else, it's like, I'm not interested, or nigga, what the fuck is this supposed to be?
Problem is, I can do it with just one of them.
And buy lots of cool stuff.
So, I guess in this situation, they're just having multiple streamers, feature shit.
I just put him in his crib, honey.
So you've got Northern Lion. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. If it's not Jallery, I suppose, and it doesn't look like it. No, I don't recognize that person. And then a VTuber.
Take a heads up before we trigger the display. So we can watch it from the garden.
Didn't even notice. Mine now. Yoinked it. Excuse me, sir. Prince coming through? Surely these guys will let the prince up the stairs.
I'm here to protect you, Your Highness.
That's right. That's right. That's me. Your Highness. Oh my god. Oh my god. Excuse me, have a beer.
Must be your grace.
Hello. Love these sausages. Wow, so good.
Now that's fucking cringe. Their best fucking sideshow is to put these streamers on? Are you serious? I guess we wait. I guess we fucking wait. Yep. And now they're cutting back to it. Did that timer go up? I swore that timer went up.
Good evening, Thieves.
Please tell me that that's the fucking thing echoing.
Your target is Alexius Lascaris, known as the Drop. The nickname has shifted in meaning over time. He initially established himself in the techno scene as a DJ, but realized it would be easier and more lucrative to exploit his connections as a drug kingpin instead. His empire of music venues has become inextricable from his trafficking network. Both arose almost overnight, thanks to his appetite for violence. Lascaridis' methods are nearly too brutal to recount in full. Bloody suitcases, limbs washing up on riverbanks, and I shall leave it at that. Our client is a successful DJ who's understandably nervous about Lascaridis' expansion. They want to preserve their music scene just as much as they want to avoid ending up under the man's thumb.
Oh,
fortunately,
that one's dead.
Lascaridis currently has his sights set on a familiar property in Berlin. Good luck.
And we die. Let's take a look at this. Premium content on the drop pack. Club Room 12-inch vinyl sampler. The Club Boom DJ suit. The Club Boom 12-inch flight case. And the Safe House hot tub. And more. Play the elusive target in Hitman World of Assassination. The Drop, featuring superstar DJ Dimitri Vegas. The elusive target that you can now play for free. Now, I'm going to be dead ass serious. I've been seeing things featuring World of Assassination, but I don't think I understand what it is. Is it a Payday 2 clone, or is it just the gameplay of Hitman done in an MMO lobby-based RPG style that is similar to, but not exactly like the playstyle of Payday 2? So, like, lobby-based, but it's not an extraction shooter, it's a murder sim. Immersive murder sim, MMO, RPG, ARPG style content. Can anybody tell me? Because I'm not going to fucking lie to you. If they're not even ready to drop the event when they were supposed to start immediately after Ball Pit, we're just going to probably kick it. I don't know what to tell you. We can record it separately tomorrow or on another day in the week. But I'm not feeling it. Truthfully, I don't feel like waiting for it to be done. Because I have other things I got to do later tonight. Does anybody know? Anybody? 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 No? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. It's currently 8:46. I have a plan to do some additional recorded content. I'm going to skim through the event when it is done running early in the morning tomorrow as we prepare for day 2 of Summer Games Fest. If it's trash, I'm not going to bother. If it is okay, I will upload it as a separate video, separate from the live stream VOD. Fuck. Because I also have planned content that I specifically set time aside to do tomorrow as well. I made sure to set time aside for day 2 of SGF. But if it ends up running over, then more than likely I will also sit down and watch it specifically in that style afterwards with a live stream watch party after the event has premiered. Preferably would want to watch it live and react along with the chat, but if not, we can watch it after it's been premiered, because then it'll be new to me and people can tell me about what they find most interesting about it. Okay? Okay. I will see you all later. And look forward to an appended update for the stream from last night later on sometime next week. Alright? See you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow.